Hello, hello, Aldwyn, Altuney here. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday night. It is about 9:22 p.m. exactly, actually, on the Gold Coast. And I thought I would share something with you today. What am I going to share? I'm going to share the serenity prayer with you. The serenity prayer you may know or you may not. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Isn't that a wonderful prayer? And it was reminded to me, this prayer, I saw it many, many years ago at the Unleash the Power Within event with Tony Robbins over the last 4 days or so in Sydney. Mind-blowing experience. Somebody there mentioned the serenity prayer, one of the speakers. And I thought that is fantastic, because when you're in business, as I am, or if you have a lot going on with your life, then there will always be things that you cannot control. In fact, in life in general, there's always things you cannot control. So the question is, are you going to be in a lot of drama around those things, or are you going to accept them the way they are and remember that everything is happening for you, not to you? As Tony Robbins says, everything's happening for you, not to you. So often when we get caught in the drama of things not going to plan as we expect, that people can get in a hell of a lot of drama and upset around things, particularly if your expectations are very high and they're not met. You will have a bigger experience of letdown. So what I suggest is, if that happens, if you have something that happens that you are upset about or angry about, or, life sometimes feels like you get hit in the face with a cannonball. Sometimes it feels a bit like that. That you just take a moment to look for what could be the lesson in this, or what could be the higher learning that is to come from this. And I can think of many, many, many situations in my life where, when the drama of the situation has happened, I've been absolutely devastated. And then sometimes weeks later, days later, sometimes months or years later, I have seen why that thing happened, or I've seen the blessing in that situation. So I'll give you an example. In 2002, when I was working as a journalist at the Gold Coast Sun, I put an ad in the Gold Coast Bulletin at the time saying that I was looking for a place to rent on the Gold Coast, because my intention when I first came to the Gold Coast in January 2000 was to work here for a year or two and then go and live in America. That was my goal. That's what I wanted to do. And I went to rent this place in Main Beach. This guy called me up and said, I've got this unit to rent right on the beach. And I gave him bond money, rent money. I gave him about $1,000 at the time. And I found out when he gave me the keys and I went back to the place was absolutely trashed. I was in total shock when I turned up. I thought, what has gone on here? And I knocked on one of the nearby residents' rooms, and they said, have you spoken to the manager? And I said, no, I didn't even know there was a manager here in the building. So I went to speak to the manager. It turns out that the guy I gave $1,000 worth of rent and bond money to was actually renting. And he did a runner with my money and left the Gold Coast and headed north. Now, interestingly, I was, completely devastated, clearly. I could not believe I got ripped off like that. I remember crying for about a week at the time. I was so upset about it. I couldn't believe I fell for this scam artist, a con artist over this. And, he was a young surfy dude in his early 20s. He had a pregnant girlfriend who was probably about 18. And when I mentioned the situation to police, they actually knew the guy, and he was actually getting paid Centrelink by the government. So the government knew exactly who he was. They were actually paying him money with Centrelink, but because it was a state government issue and Centrelink was a national issue, the state government, the police, were not getting involved in the Centrelink payments, right? So many years later, I asked the police what happened with that situation, and they said, oh, we've resolved the case. Well, I never got my $1,000 back. However, what did happen from that experience is I went, right, that's it. I am not going to rent anymore. And I ended up buying my house in Southport in 2002, and I have lived here ever since. It's now 17 years I have lived in my place in Southport. I've done a complete renovation on it. I now have my dream home in Southport, and I love coming home here. I travel probably three to 4 months of the year. I'm traveling, and I just love coming home to my sanctuary. That is the house that I bought because of that situation where I got ripped off by a guy in Main Beach. Can you believe it? His name was Lee. So Lee, if you're watching this, well, karma does come back and bite people, my dear. So, and I do believe that, if people are going to be doing that kind of stuff, well, maybe he just needed the money more than I did at that point, right? However, still, it's not a nice experience to feel ripped off like that, right? And however, the bigger picture is, thank goodness now I look back at that, I think, thank goodness that happened. I might have wasted $1,000 on that guy. If I was to sell my house, I would make at least $100,000 more than I paid. Right. So, in the overall scheme of things, everything happens for you, not to you. So I got on a bit of a rant there. Now it is time for action. And as you can see, I've got the Animal Action Day t-shirt on here. And that actually says awareness, appreciation, and respect for all animals. And I always wear this t-shirt when it comes to this time of year because I'm about to put on my 13th Animal Action Night. Can you believe, on October 5? I've started this event in 2007 because I got sick of seeing animal cruelty. So for years, it just angered me so much with the animal cruelty that was happening. And I saw a documentary called Earthlings. Don't know if you've seen that documentary. Hello to everyone on the live. Great to see you. Don't know if you've actually seen that, but it's a very powerful documentary about how humans have treated animals over time, how we've used them for food, clothing, scientific research. And I was so horrified and shocked after watching this documentary. I was literally holding my throat and crying. I was so upset by what was going on in this documentary. I thought I have to go out and do something about it. And then I went to a course. It was a landmark education course called the Self-Expression and Leadership Program. And that same program, people who've done that have created Clean Up Australia Day, Red Nose Day, Are You OK Day, Daffodil Day. There's been lots of amazing community events that have come out of people that have done that course. And I decided to do a fun day for animals, and I called it Animal Action Day. And I created the world's first Animal Action Day back in 2007 to raise awareness, appreciation, and respect for all animals. And we've had some phenomenal performers and speakers support this event. We've had, at the first event, we had about 30 performers and speakers. So I did 7 free day events and aligned with a different animal charity every single year. And then the last 5 years, we've done sit-down dinner events, and we're focused on different animals and different charities again every year. So we did one fundraiser for orangutans, one for elephants. We did horses last year. We've done koalas. We've just had some phenomenal events. We did one for whales, raise money for Sea Shepherd. And this year, it's all raising funds for a cause called Land of the Free, which was started by Lynn Santa, a dear friend of mine on the Gold Coast. And that is to help end the trophy hunting of endangered animals like lions, like bears, etc. I cannot believe people are still hunting endangered animals for fun. I think it's absolutely disgusting, and it's about time that we actually banned this incredibly inhumane and cruel sport. Even duck shooting. The fact that people shoot ducks for fun, it makes me so angry. Anyway, instead of getting angry, let's get even and let's do something about it, and let's help raise funds and awareness for the cause. So on October 5, we've got a live event on the Gold Coast at the Quality Hotel Mermaid Waters. Got some phenomenal performers coming. We've got Roger Davey and Adam Bartlett coming, who do a tenor us show, and Roger runs Vivace Entertainment. And he's a really highly paid corporate speaker, does a Pavarotti show. He's a phenomenal tenor and singer and great comedian and just amazing performance. So is Adam, two phenomenal performers doing the Tenor Us show at the Animal Action Night. We've also got Tyson Coleman, who's a fantastic country music performer. We've got Lauren Napier, who's going to be doing some ukulele playing some beautiful songs. And Walter Smith is a Native American flute player, and he'll be there as well. So we've got some phenomenal performers. We've got We Are DJs coming to do a big light and dance spectacular. We'll be dancing through the night. And then we have a few speakers, and Lynn Santa will be there too from A Land of the Free. She'll be speaking on the night. So it's going to be fantastic. And wherever you are in the world, you can actually support this cause by hopping on a live stream. We have a live stream option for just $37. You can hop on, or you can make a donation. If you go to Animal Action Events, you will see the link to the event there. Or if you join me on Mass Media Tribe, you will also see a link to all of my upcoming events. I actually have about 6 events coming up in the next few weeks. They say diamonds are created under pressure. Well, it's time for action, and the diamond is being created right now. I don't think I'll be sleeping much tonight because I've got 2 events I'm running in Brisbane tomorrow. I've got my How to Gain $1 Million worth of free publicity workshop tomorrow. I'm so excited about that. I've got some phenomenal people coming, and I'm really, really excited. I've got international professional speakers, people who've been in the media. I've got really cool people. So we've got the workshop tomorrow, 9 till 1 o'clock at the Manly Hotel in Brisbane. And then from 5:30 p.m. we'll be having networking over dinner for my Meetup event at night. And that's going to be downstairs at the Sales Bistro at the Manly Hotel. And then we're going back upstairs to do the Meetup. That's from 7 till 9 p.m. We've got Eric Balance from Canada, who's coming to talk about how to amplify your audience. So he'll be coming along to that at night. I've got some other amazing people coming. So if you're watching this and you are coming, just say hello. It'd be great to see you. I'm really looking forward to it. So that's tomorrow, the media workshop in the morning, and the Meetup Mass Media Tribe Meetup at night at the Manly Hotel. Then we've got on Friday the Gold Coast Business Laughter Club event. We've got some phenomenal performers and speakers coming. We've got Robbo de Yobbo, we've got Giggle Girl Robin Smart coming, the Fiddly Gigglers, myself and Tracy Coleman do a comedy act as well. And we have Walter Smith coming again doing the Native American flute play. We've got some other amazing comedians, stand-up comics, Denzo, and a few others. So check it out on Gold Coast Business Laughter Club. And that is a complete charity event. Half the money goes to the Vinnie's CEO Sleep Out for the homeless people, and half of the money goes to Land of the Free with the cause to help end trophy hunting of endangered animals. So there's that event. And then I'm doing my 2 media events again on the Gold Coast on the 9th of October. So that will be my media workshop, 9 till 1 p.m. at the Quality Hotel Mermaid Waters. The How to Gain $1 Million worth of free publicity workshop. And then the 9th of October at night, we've got Melanie Taylor coming from Melbourne, and she'll be amazing as well at night. And then, of course, the Animal Action Night on October 5. So that's all the events coming up. They are all on Mass Media Tribe. It's time for massive action on Mass Media Tribe. Check out the group. Come and join us. There's a Meetup group and a Facebook group, and you'll get all the updates. Just go to the events tab and you'll see everything coming up. We have got, phenomenal people come along to my events, heart-centered people, phenomenal legends in the movie business and the media business have come along to my events. We really get some very cool people, speakers, authors, social entrepreneurs. Very blessed and honored all the people who've come and supported my events in the past, and so grateful for you. I'm grateful for everyone watching this live. I can't see all your names on here. Diane, I can see Melanie, Ruth, Ryan, Lillian, Francis, Rita, hello beautiful, hello to you. Barry, hello, all the way from Seattle. Graham, Duncan Evans and Duncan Longmore, 2 Duncans. Hello, 2 Duncans. Last 2 Duncans have joined. And what are you grateful for today? I always like to say on my lives, what are you grateful for? This morning I had a swim in the ocean at 7 a.m. and it was the most glorious way to start the day. I was about one of the only people in the ocean, and one of my favorite spots to swim is just in front of the Sheraton Resort on the Gold Coast. It's absolutely magical there. And I had a swim in, it was very cold, I must say, initially. However, it is such a great wake-up call and such a great way to get started with your day. And I must say today, I think I fit about 3 days into one today. It's been an amazing day. We had a photo shoot today for the Gold Coast Sun for the Animal Action Day. So I had a photo shoot with myself and Roger Davey and Adam Bartlett. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to stick a photo on my Instagram as well. You'll see that photo shortly. And if you haven't joined me there, come and connect on Instagram too. Aldwyn Altuney _media queen. Would be great to connect with you. And really what I'm about is helping to share more good news in the mass media and help to lift people's spirits, help inspire people to take action for their own lives and for those around them, because by stepping up in your life, you will then inspire others around you. And, I've personally had depression over the years. I've had 4 friends who've taken their own lives, and there's about 1 million people a year worldwide that take their own lives. About 45% of people in Australia will have had a mental health condition at some point in their lives, and I think a lot of it has to do with the kinds of media that we consume. And if you let the media consume you, particularly the negative media out there, you can absolutely feel sometimes like, what's the point in going on living? And now in the age of social media, we've had social media around for 15 odd years. Now we are creating the media. Every single post you put out there can make a difference. And journalists nowadays are looking to social media every single day for story ideas. So what you put out in the media can make the world of difference to people around you and help inspire action globally. It's a fantastic opportunity for anyone now to create their own media channels and to get your message out there and make a bigger difference than ever before now with the power of the online media world. So these are very exciting times, and very passionate about good news as well. And I actually created a good news day last year as well. If you go to facebook.com/The Good News Day, you can see the Good News Day that I set up on the 8th of the 8th last year. So Good News Day is not just about spreading good news on the 8th of the 8th, it's spreading good news on any day of the week that you choose to. And there is actually a big good news movement that's happening worldwide. We have Good News Network now, we have Sunny Skies News, we have Huffington Post and MSN now that have good news sections that they're putting out there. Women's Weekly has a good news inspiring feature story that they do. So very, very exciting times, and you can be the good news that the world is waiting for. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful to be on the Gold Coast and for the ocean today. What are you grateful for, and what are you taking action with in your life? What are you doing to take action? I would love to hear from you. I'm going to sign out now, and hopefully I'll see some of you at some of my events coming up. Come and join me at Mass Media Tribe if you haven't already. Meetup and Facebook groups, and we'll see you at an event soon. Remember to shine bright and light up all those around you. Bye for now.